Visualization, is an incredibly powerful tool, right? And it's something that the human race is blessed with, right? Amongst other animals. Visualization can be used to win, it can be used to achieve things, right? But there's also a darker side to visualization, right? You can negatively visualize. That's one set of the darker side, right? But what I want to get into is this, right? Something that I've come across in my own experience and my own study, right? You can visualize using your creative mind, right? Your imagination to such a high level where you can blur the lines between reality and made up construct of thought, right? So I'll give you an example like this, right? You could watch a podcast, right? And you're seeing, like, just imagine you're watching a Joe Rogan podcast, right? And there's 3 or 4 guests, right? But the way the camera's set up, you can only see one person here and one person there, right? But there's a person at the end and there's a person behind. Visualization as a technique, when used at one of its most potent levels, right? Your mind can map the room, right? You can look at the room and map the room subconsciously, right? And consciously. You can map the 4 corners of the room, all of the furniture in the room, all of the positioning and angles, right? And then you can use your mind to put yourself in that room, right? Like remote viewing, right? You can do that subconsciously and consciously, So once you're able to practice visualization to that level, you need to be wary of it getting to it gets to a scary point, right? Where you're like, wow, this could be very dangerous, right? Because you're able to put yourself in places that you've never been and you're never gonna be able to walk yet. But your mind is able to map the room and literally place yourself in the room, and you'll be able to, in your imagination, look around the room like, yes, I am sat next to Joe Rogan and let's say Neil deGrasse Tyson, for example, and I'm in the room as they're having this conversation. I'm looking at the desk, I'm looking at the cameras, I'm looking at the screen, I'm looking at the corners of the room, the paint, everything, right? You can visualize down to every last bit of detail. You can even insert your own details into your visualization, right? It is highly powerful, right? The power of the mind is incredible, right? It's our only super computer, right? So understand that you can use visualization as a technique for success, right? In your goals and in your day-to-day life, right? And how you want outcomes to come about, right? You're putting the energy into an outcome that you want, right? But beware of using it to, I suppose, you should have a sober, clear mind, if you're going to use visualization, because it can put you into a place where you don't want to be, right? And it can set you off into a spiral of being able of seeing and believing things that aren't, right? Even though they can be, right? And I know it's very weird the way I'm explaining this. Visualization can be a tool for good and it can be a tool for evil, right? It can be a tool for bad to your own subconscious mental health, right? So understand the power of visualization and quote unquote remote viewing, and use it sparingly, right? Or use it wisely for the benefit of yourself in good ways, right? Don't overanalyze, don't over visualize things that aren't going to help you, right? Just know when to draw the line and know when you're coming to that blurred line of sane and insane with your visualization techniques, right? It's hard to know it and pull yourself back from the edge, but you will if you're delving into these things deep enough, right?